You got it? Check, 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 check. Do you hear me? Did you get me? You got it?
1, 2, 3. Good morning or good afternoon. We are going to start. Please take your seats. Lisa, we ready?
Sure, go for it. Just ignore me.
Thank you, Lisa. Nice seeing you here. My name is Erwin Emilian. I'm chairman of the MSUA, Mobile Satellite User Association. Don't hesitate to scan that QR code. You understand at the last word. Welcome to the 2022 MSUA Satellite Mobile Innovation Award. Thank you for coming this year. It's been too long without you. I'm so pleased to be here this year. We are not only celebrating our award winners today, we have 14, but we are also celebrating MSUA's 30th anniversary. And we are representing the interest of the millions of mobile satellite users and providers. Of course, while we celebrate today, there are serious events happening in the world. The people of Ukraine are facing unthinkable challenges. The role of the satellite industry is playing is enormous and very strategic role as we speak. Many MSUA members and partners are supporting those that are displaced, that are migrating, that are suffering, and without news from their relatives. Communication is part of the emergency. Around 3,500,000 refugees have now fled Ukraine to neighboring countries in the past month, according to UNHCR data. At this rate, the situation looks set to become Europe's largest refugee crisis this century. And UNHCR, a partner of the MSUA, WFP, the Red Cross, Médecins Sans Frontières, Télécoms Sans Frontières, supported by Inmarsat, and so many other humanitarian organizations are mobilizing resources to respond as quickly and effectively as possible. Our community is on the deck since day one. As MSUA chairman, I want to congratulate all of you and your partners for this unconditional mobile satellite support. Thank you. Apparently, we lived 77 years without a war in continental Europe. I mean, a major war. It looks like we're now ending this cycle and entering a new one. Too bad. I want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors. We could not hold this event without you. The room is full. Thank you very much. Our Velocity sponsored Ovzon, Momentum sponsors Intelsat and Pathfinder Digital, VIP table sponsors GlobalSat, Inmarsat, Iridium, Kymeta, Omnispace, Soulstar Space, ST Engineering Direct, and Thoraya. I would also like to recognize our board of directors, including our Vice Chairman, Mike Sarks from IST, our General Counsel, Roger McGarahan from Pathfinder Digital, our Treasurer, Dave Bettinger from SpaceLink, our Regulatory Committee Lead, Rebecca Cohen-Hirsch from Inmarsat Government, Brian Barnett from Soulstar Space, Anna Maria Edwards from Blue Sky Network, Lilac Muller from Kymeta, Alberto Palacios from GlobalSat Group, Joel Schroeder from Intelsat, and John Stolte from OPCOM. In addition, I would like to thank and recognize our officers, staff, and volunteers that do so much to keep MSUA strong and growing. Our president, Lisa Dreher, with Guideforce. Our secretary, Frank August, with Zine Technologies, our finance director, Mike Edenda, and our marketing and social media specialist, Katrina Nijewski. I represent here Satleys Capital, a Swiss fintech which I funded in 2021. And as a new MSUA member, Satleys Capital has a gift for you all in the room. We're happy to deploy $100 million of satellite equipment, operational lease, financial capacity to all MSUA members and their service providers. We can help you finance your inventory. We can help you produce leasing service with your SPs, network, and we can help you create your try and buy programs. You have my QR code, or ping us on satleyscapital.com. Lisa. With that, I would like to introduce our president for the MSUA, Lisa Dreher.
Thank you so much, Erwin, for doing the introduction. We had a busy morning this morning. I was hosting a panel right before this. So Erwin did a favor and said that he would start the introduction for the event. So I'm really excited to be here today. And I'm even more excited because this is our 30th year of serving the interests of satellite mobile users and solution providers. So let's give a hand for that. That is incredibly exciting. And the whole reason that the Mobile Satellite Users Association exists is because of all of you and the support that you've given to the organization over the years. So thank you so much for all of the support that you've given us. I really look forward to continuing to grow this organization. In fact, we had 21 new members join in the last year. We've added a number of new member benefits, so hopefully you are all taking full advantage of those. You will find that if you do, that your membership dues are well outweighed by the benefits that you get from being a part of our organization. We have the Pulse webinar series that you are all invited to make recommendations on speakers as well as topics. And we also have our Game Changers Live sessions that we do almost every week. We have a guest from one of our member organizations speak on our Game Changers Live cast sessions. So if you haven't seen those, definitely make sure to visit our website and check those out. We also have our user member benefit, which is, as a member in good standing, every year you have the opportunity to invite a member for a 1-year complimentary membership. It has to be a user member, but that is a benefit that you should definitely be taking advantage of. We have companies like Horizon Maritime and Martin Transport that are user organizations that have joined our organization as a result of this program. So definitely make sure you're taking advantage of that. We also have research discounts, discounts to events like Satellite and many others. So again, make sure that you're taking full advantage of all of your member benefits. And then of course we have our annual awards, and that's why we're all here to celebrate together. I want to make sure that I recognize our amazing judges panel for this year's award. So Christopher Baugh from NSR is here somewhere. There he is. Hi, Chris. Thank you. Antonio Franchi from ESA was another one of our judges. Artie Halamani was also a judge. She's with the Global Satellite Operators Association. Chris Quilty, I believe Chris is here as well, somewhere. Chris, where are you? I don't know. I think he's here somewhere. In any case, and then Pacom Revion was also on our judges panel. Hi, Pacom. So thank you all for helping us review all of the nominations we had this year. We had over 60 nominations this year. It's the most we've ever received. So the judges' job was much more difficult than ever before. We have a terrific keynote speaker today, Roger Lanctot. He's with Strategy Analytics. He is a vehicle connectivity expert, and I'm really looking forward to his keynote after we do the awards. And with that, I really want to jump into the awards because that's why we are all here today. And I'd really like to welcome Pacome Revion. He is the CEO of Euroconsult. He's been working in the satellite sector for decades, leading Euroconsult strategy and operations. He consults with many high-level clients in satellite broadcasting, communications, and finance. And not only was Pacome a judge for this year's MSUA Awards, he's going to come up here and help me announce the awards today. So please join me on stage, Pacome. So we have envelopes here.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Lisa. Thanks for the invitation from MSUA to be your host for this distribution so you can enjoy my delightful French accent. I've been in the industry for just a few decades, not so many, so just a couple. Anyway, with no further ado, this is a moment you've been expecting and waiting for almost a year, since September of last year. So I'm delighted to distribute and give the names of the winners for each of the 14 awards that have been given this year. I was part of the jury, but nothing's my fault, so I hope you will enjoy the announcement. So for the very first award for this year, so certainly everything today will be about mobility, but about how innovation is transforming both the service being delivered, capabilities for service providers, for the end users, and how to transform the overall mobile user experience thanks to satellite capabilities. So the first award for this year is Connected Mobile Platform Innovation, and the winner is Iridium. And more specifically for the Iridium's connected mobile platform, Iridium Certus 100, which is a mid-band service that addresses demand for new SATCOM solutions requiring small form factors and battery, or line-powered mobile equipment, and much more. So welcome to the stage.
Thank you, everyone. It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces without masks. So I'm Brian Harton from Iridium. I am very proud to be receiving this award on Iridium's behalf. For those of you who aren't familiar with Certus 100, it is part of our strategic plan. It's a unique product and service that we introduced, and we really feel like it is the Goldilocks solution. It fits the bill between our narrowband and our broadband products and services. And again, I'm extremely proud on behalf of Iridium to be accepting this reward. And I know many of you, our partners in the audience, use it today. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the second award for today is for the mobile user experience innovation, because everything discussed through this week is about networks, terminals, capabilities, service platforms, etc. But at the end of the day, what certainly ultimately matters is the user experience. So for this Mobile User Experience Innovation Award, the winner for 2022 is Marlink. For the Marlink Network of Networks, which is a standalone solution that supports digitalization by combining satellite signals, from GEO, LEO, MEO, 5G, 4G, and Wi-Fi, and everything that anyone could invent, providers into one seamless service. So welcome to the stage for Marlink. Or welcome a bit later, I guess. All right.
Let's go to number 3.
Number 3 is coming from those networks. So the third one is dedicated to 5G. And certainly 5G is getting deployed around the world. It's still kind of a nascent business opportunity for the satellite industry as a whole, but certainly a central item through these decades. And we represent a majority and something that the industry will need to work with in the years to come. So award number 3 is the 5G Hybrid Wireless Mobility Innovation Award, and the winner is OmniSpace. The OmniSpace Global 5G Hybrid Mobile Network will combine the reach of an NGSO satellite constellation with the capacity of the world's leading mobile wireless carrier networks to provide 5G mobility everywhere. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, I'm Jay Yass of OmniSpace on behalf of the MSUA community. Thank you very much. We appreciate the recognition and we thank everyone. And we look forward to providing global seamless hybrid connectivity everywhere coming soon. Thank you.
The award number 4 is on new space mobile innovation, which we could certainly understand as the ability to bring disruptive capabilities as well to the industry. So the winner for this award for this year is Solstar Space Company for the DIC Space Communicator, which is a narrowband communications device designed to be seamlessly integrated into CubeSats, launch vehicles, SmallSats, and other spacecraft. It will enable a two-way persistent communications with on-orbit assets from any internet-connected device anywhere on Earth or in space. Welcome to Solstar Space Company. Stage.
Thank you very much. So happy to award on behalf of Solstar Space. And so just when the remember this is where we were when it happened. So but anyway, so the DEEC is a product, is a satellite, a small satellite transceiver that we would attach to spacecraft before they're launched into orbit. So we're using commercial satellites and LEO and GEO to provide connectivity for astronauts and other things in space. And so we've also sold the terminals here for terrestrial applications with the number of our member satellites here, and also an aircraft. And so our idea was to put it on, see if the same satellites would work to provide communications on spacecraft. And so that's what this device is all about. We've flown 3 times into suborbit successfully to test it, including on Jeff Bezos's New Shepard rocket, where we did the first Wi-Fi inside of a spacecraft. And this is the first time we'll be testing it. We'll be providing services in LEO. So that's what this is about. So Thank you so much. It's great to see everybody.
So the fifth award is, the Startup Mobile Innovation Award. And the winner for this 2022 award is iSky. iSky's smart Elite network is a cost-effective and easy-to-install IoT network designed to transmit and receive IoT machine-to-machine data, including sensor software, e-log systems, and so forth, and comprising a variety of functions and modules. iSky, well, welcome to the stage for iSky.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shachar Kravitz, and I'm the co-founder and the CEO of iSky. Thank you, MSUA, for this recognition. Much appreciate. And thank you all iSky employees in Israel, in the UK, that is working around the clock in order to provide our services and the innovative technology that we are bringing to the table. Thank you for the partners, our partners. One of them is iDirect, and the rest of the shareholders. And thank you very much, everyone. Good luck and enjoy the day.
So our next award is actually a bit of a different view at the sector, but to recognize incredible efforts from the marketing and communication teams in our industry. There's also a lot of creativity and innovation in that space. So the sixth award is for Mobile Marketing Campaign of the Year. And so the winner for this year is Iridium, again, for the Iridium's Get Lost marketing campaign, which takes a positive play on negative English expressions to encourage people to go away on adventures, which I think is welcome in that period. It was not so simple, while staying connected. Get Lost is a light-hearted campaign designed to inspire, educate, and have some fun. And the page generated 280,000 views in 2021. So congratulations.
Brief. This campaign that was launched, Get Lost, is really due to my marketing team, particularly Jordan Hassan, who came up with that campaign. There were a few other ones that didn't make the cut. Then they were on the cutting room floor. I'd like to share some of those with you, but I can't do it in an open audience. But this is really important to Iridium. I think this industry can really use some creativity to get the message out, target the right customers, and I think we've done it with this. So congratulations to my team for doing this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And before moving on, I've been told that we now have a representative from Marlink to receive the Mobile User Experience Innovation Award. So welcome to the stage.
First, I need to read what the award is about. Good morning. First of all, thank you very much to MSUA for the award. We are all about focusing on the market segments that we serve and really build the best possible user experience, whether it is for a merchant ship, if it is for a cruise passenger, or if it is for an oil and gas employee at a rig somewhere. And we do that by combining networks from all the SNOs. Iridium being here, we're working great with Intelsat, with Eutelsat, with everybody that has capacity to bring. And it's really the excellence of the engineering teams that are putting this together in a unified service to the market. That is what makes us stand out. So thank you to everybody at Marlink, and thank you to all our partners that makes this possible. Thank you very much.
So our seventh award is for outstanding leadership in use of a mobile solution. Sorry, those are too small. And the winner for this year is Intelsat. Sorry. Intelsat technology from end-to-end managed services and the United Nations. Survey shots of topography and aerial images of multiple disaster sites.
Thank you, Jen. MSUA, I always get it wrong. Intelsat is very proud to be able to create a solution that we can quickly deploy to help in disasters. Thank you to our partners and the 5
So our next award recognizing great accomplishment in environment, social governance, environment, social governance, impact, innovation award. Say it in one stream. The winner for this year and this ESG award is Suraya. For the Suraya Marine Star SAT-track integrated solutions that allows affordable communication and facilitates sustainable fishing practices, better crew safety and welfare, as well as fleet visibility and management in real time. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We are really honored to receive this award. Thuraya Marine Star started as a small idea to provide the basic connectivity to our customer with a very let's say basic type of communication and connectivity. And this idea evolved to have a full ecosystem of monitoring, tracking that help thousands of fishermen today to cope and be in line with the requirement for the ESG in their countries. And thank you, MSUA. This is our third award. The first award was in 2014. The second one was in 2017. And this is the third one. And we promise you our innovation will continue. And we look forward to win more of this award. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The next award is for government mobile innovation. Sorry. And the winner for this MSUA 2022 award is Integrasis. For the clean RF solution that can effectively cancel a significant number of harmful interference sources on satellite to ground links for all of the networks. So a solution even capable to cancel 5G over C-band interferences, which I'm sure might be useful in the years to come. Congratulations.
So thank you very much for the organization of for all of you. Maybe, well, we are quite new to MSUA, but we are long time enough working in satellite. We are committed to optimize quality of service, and now with this clean RF also to protect the satellite from interference and jamming. So if you want to have a look at it working in a real demo, just drop by our booth. Thank you.
Oops. So next is the Maritime Mobile Innovation Award. And for this year, the winner is NT Engineering iDirect. The new Tech Dialogue platform. For the new Tech Dialogue platform, that is a multi-service satellite communication platform that allows service providers to build and adapt their network easily as their business grows. Welcome to the stage.
All right, so just have 30 minutes? But sure, no, thank you very much. I'd like to thank MSUA on behalf of SD Engineering. Look, it is our goal to always provide platforms and remotes that are operationally effective, cost efficient, and innovative. This award's the MDM 5010, which provides super high throughput in both SCPC, and MXDMA constructs. So thank you very much. Gladly accept the award.
So this is MSUA. So after the Maritime Award, the next one is the Land Mobile Innovation Award. And the winner for this year is Kaimeta. For Kaimeta's UA terminal, which is a comprehensive connectivity solution specifically built for mobility and designed for the needs of military, government, first responders, and commercial customers. Please welcome to the stage. Congratulations.
All right, I'll give it a shot this time. MSUA, thank you very much for the award. I'm honored here to be here today with you. We've had a fantastic year last year, and we're really looking forward to seeing what we can do this year. One of the things that I want to thank is our partners. Some of you are here today, and you make it all possible. We can't do it without you, and I just want to say thank you again.
So next one is now in the sky with the Aerospace Mobile Innovation Award. And the winner for this year is Inmarsat. For the Inmarsat's L-band airborne intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance, which provides cost-effective high-speed beyond line of sight global connectivity for small aperture aero platforms and much more. Please welcome to the stage. So it's a bit of a mess.
Tim, I won't do 30 minutes of discussion up here, so we'll be okay. Just want to mention, I'm thankful for the recognition. There's been a lot of work done by Inmarsat and with our customers to deliver something very special, something we call laser. We've been at it since 2013. From a marketing perspective, Elena doing a great job. Ethan and Alex sitting here at the table also doing a great job of making the product come to life. Since 2013, working hard. It's been a great journey, and we're very grateful for the opportunity to be here on the stage just to accept this award. But I appreciate their work because that's how it's come about. So thank you all. Thank you.
So our 13th award, I think a special dedication to Erwan, the Chairman's Award for Outstanding Innovation. And the winner for this year is SpaceLink. So, yep. So SpaceLink satellite relay system provides secure, continuous high bandwidth communications between spacecraft and the ground using both RF and optical inter-satellite links. Welcome. Sorry for the mess.
I'm Dave Bettinger, the CEO of SpaceLink. Very proud to receive this award. Thank you to the MSUA. And I think it's finally a recognition that just like people, planes, trains, automobiles, and maritime mobility is now extended to space. Satellites need connectivity as well. And we're very proud to bring our solution. We'll be launching in 2024, as he mentioned, with optical communications to be able to provide data relay service for space assets back to ground. Very proud of the team that I've developed at SpaceLink. Thank you again.
Yeah, certainly MSUA is spreading. So maybe next year a Moon Connectivity Mobility Award or something. Who knows? Why not? So last but not least, our 14th award for this year is for the company to watch. And the winner for this year is Omnispace again. So Omnispace is uniting mobile and satellite again to build global hybrid network connecting 5G mobility. So welcome again.
Wow. Thank you, MSUA and the MSUA members. We appreciate the recognition. Thank you, the Omnispace team led by Brian Pemberton for his product vision. We thank you and we look forward to the future. And this is, as Solomon said, this is our third award. So we're neck and neck now.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to all of the award winner, showing the diversity of the innovation and achievements in the industry. So I don't have an award to give to them, but I would like to say special thanks to Erwan, Lisa, and all of the MSUA team. Certainly a challenge as for any organization to manage such an association in those last 2 years of pandemic up to today. So very happy to have everyone in the room, but would like you to join me to just thank them for their work. So Lisa, Erwan, you deserve an award for excellence.
Okay. Wow. Well, congratulations to all of our nominees and winners this year. It won't be long before you'll be sending in nominations again. So hopefully we will celebrate here again next year. In the meantime, I really want to take a moment to introduce our keynote speaker for today, Roger Lanctot. He is a land mobility expert, and he has been in the industry for many years and really brings a powerful voice in the definition of the future trends in automotive safety, powertrain, and infotainment systems. He draws from more than 30 years of experience in the technology industry as an analyst, journalist, and consultant. Roger has conducted and participated in major industry studies, created research projects and services, and advised clients on strategy, competitive issues throughout his career. Roger is a prolific blogger and a frequent keynote speaker, as he is here with us today. I am really proud and excited to introduce Roger Lanctot, who is in the process of getting mic'd up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Lisa and Andrew, for reaching out to me and asking me to speak at this event. It's a privilege to share my thoughts with you. I wasn't thinking that I would be having this opportunity so soon. However, there's a kind of a fraught relationship that the automotive industry has with connectivity in general and with satellite connectivity in particular. Lisa did say to me, Roger, these are a lot of slides. This is like a luncheon presentation. So I kind of made an executive decision. So I'm going to have more of a conversation with you about what's going on. And if you want my slides, which have all kinds of wonderful data and insights, and I will go through some of them today, please just give me your card or give your card to Lisa, or just let me know. Happy to send you the information. And then I might be able to get to know some of you that I don't know, although I do know a few of you here. So what I'm talking about the fraught relationship between the automotive industry and connectivity was captured on stage when we used to go to events 2 or 3 years ago. Now we're back, by the way. I was just a couple weeks ago, I was in Vegas seeing executives on the show floor of the National Automobile Dealer Association convention in Las Vegas. And I was walking around with my mask on, and I suddenly realized I'm the only one here with their mask on. So the mask came off. And then I was checking it at my hotel in Paris just last week, and the people behind the desk were not wearing masks. I guess we're taking masks off, but not on public transit. But so I was on stage talking to a BMW executive, and at the beginning of our conversation, he said, wireless connectivity is essential for autonomous vehicle operation. And I said, wow, because most of the executives I've been talking to in the autonomous vehicle industry were saying, no, it's all self-contained. We're going to use the sensors on the vehicle. We don't need connectivity. We can't depend on connectivity. And sure enough, by the end of our conversation on stage, he said, yeah, but you can't rely on wireless connectivity. And this really encapsulates the challenge that the automotive industry has with the wireless carrier industry. I like to say wireless carriers don't understand car companies, and car companies can't stand wireless carriers. So if you're a car company, you want ubiquitous coverage, you want carrier independence, you want a connection you can rely on, especially in the context of what got us started on this connectivity journey, which was OnStar 26 years ago. OnStar cannot guarantee you're going to have help on the way if you have a crash, because they're entirely dependent on the wireless network. So this is where we are at in the industry. And in fact, they mandated eCall in Europe. So every car you buy in Europe has eCall. So if you have a crash, it will try to call for help, and it will call directly. It's not going to call to a call center. It will call directly to the public service access point if there's a wireless connection. And they're talking about next-gen eCall now and adding a satellite connection to next-gen eCall in Europe. Now, of course, this is a journey. Talking about satellite connectivity to cars is nothing new. I sat down at this table here, and to my amazement, were a couple of executives from Orbcomm, and I said, hey, do you guys know anything about 20 years ago connecting Volvo cars? We were the guys, they tell me. And yes, that was the original vision. And if there's a belt and suspenders company in the automotive industry when it comes to safety, it's Volvo. And they had the original vision for a hybrid cellular sat connectivity proposition. And then there was a little problem with the carrier partner, and then there was a little bankruptcy. By the way, I like to say, another table mate of mine asked me, do you know a lot about the satellite industry? I said, I know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. So I've been following satellite connectivity in this space for a long time. We had Inmarsat, we had Intelsat with partnerships in the industry. we won't talk about RaySat. But, you know, and the one big success story, and it's a success story for vehicle connectivity itself, is SiriusXM. Now they bought their way in, they subsidized the hardware in the vehicle, but it's a very compelling solution. It's content driven. Now they are trying to get into the cellular connectivity side of the business, ironically, and struggling to deliver a cellular path to the car to go along with the satellite path to the car. And it's a relatively, you know, small pipe that they have, but it's a very powerful solution. They have one of the most successful subscription-based services on the planet. But cellular connectivity is a value proposition that is yet to be defined and embraced by the consumer. And this is the problem that we have in the automotive industry. But the reason why the conversation has changed now is because of safety. It's because of autonomous vehicle operation. So yes, if you do get in a crash, you want the help to be on the way. You want those first responders to be able to find your vehicle. You want your vehicle to be able to reach those first responders in some fashion. And you can't do it with cellular alone. It's not going to work. So the industry is looking very hard at satellite right now. Now, the terminals are, you know, a little big. The antennas are a little large. So it's a long journey, but everything in the automotive industry takes forever. If you got a handshake today from Ford, you'd be 3 or 4 years out from something that was going to be start of production. So this is the time. It's happening now. And the value propositions are just emerging. I can go through a few of these slides. But the challenges in the automotive industry, there's already on a typical car, as many as 20 antennas. So they're struggling with managing all that connectivity in the car. But it's this coverage issue that's the problem. But with 5G and the emergence of safety applications, so I'll tell you about one safety application that's required in Europe, but if it's required in Europe, it's more or less a global mandate because it's the same way as in the US. If there's a mandate for vehicles in Massachusetts, like right of repair, it essentially applies nationwide. So there's a little icon in many of your cars in your instrument cluster that has the speed limit sign that shows you the speed limit that is operative in the area where you're driving at all times. Well, to render that in the car, it's a mandated requirement beginning for all cars in 2024 in Europe, all type approved vehicles. That requires a wireless connection, and the car company is trying to deliver that. It's in my car. It's probably in yours. You probably don't even notice it. Also, by the way, it's not something you would go into the car dealership saying, yeah, that little speed limit sign in my instrument cluster, I definitely want that. It's just required. It has to be there in Europe. To deliver that requires a wireless connection in the car and a whole machine learning, artificial intelligence back-end system, because not all speed limits are noted. Some of them are implied, and it has to combine sort of what here the mapping company calls the electronic horizon, plus the front-facing camera scanned information to update that information. And then things change when there's road construction, et cetera. So it's a little silly little application, but it's required for safety purposes in the car. And it's probably setting the stage for some other capabilities, including actually a lot of cars in Europe you get today, you can set to drive at the speed limit, and it will do so. And they have a lot more speed cameras than we have, by the way. But if you don't have ubiquitous coverage, and this map looks a little different than what you see in T-Mobile advertising, of course. If you don't have, comprehensive coverage of the road, you can't deliver that application. So what is now emerging is a number of different suppliers who are delivering predictive coverage solutions for the car that will then in the background interpret or anticipate when coverage won't be there. And then when data has to be downloaded to fill in the blanks for different safety applications. We also need connectivity in the car for if you want to use GM Super Cruise, you have to get an OnStar subscription. Why? Because you need to, among other things, you need to get the GNSS corrections to the semi-automated driving system, Super Cruise, and other updates to that system, including information about roadworks in real time, predictive information. So the industry has a big problem, and it's actually not a big bandwidth problem. There's another challenge too. So fleet operators, so one of my first interactions with the satellite industry was when Brazil was mandating Contran 245, which was going to be a vehicle tracking and stolen vehicle theft prevention solution. They were mandating for all cars. They had such a huge, and still do, vehicle theft problem. What I learned about Brazil is it's an extraction-based economy, and unfortunately they were not colonized by the British, so they don't have an adequate rail system. So they have a lot of trucks running in and out of the interior with raw materials to the coast. And so those trucks, if they want connectivity, they're using satellite, of course, in Brazil. And so that was my sort of first interaction with the industry, in recognition that cellular is just not getting the job done. So the other thing, now this is a job for cellular though, but let me finish the thought on fleet, by the way. So for the fleet operators, so when you think of satellite connectivity, I think some people are thinking, oh, big bandwidth, audio and video delivery to the car. No, actually, it's data upload and it's software update download to the vehicle. And again, this is where cellular fails. Intermittent signals are a real problem for fleet operators to get important data uploaded or software updates downloaded to the vehicles. So safety, autonomy, intermittent data connectivity, big problems. Cellular can't solve the problem. So that is driving the interest. And then where cellular can be helpful is mobile edge computing. So you've probably heard a lot about vehicle-to-vehicle communications. Well, what we're talking about on the cellular side of connectivity is vehicle-to-cloud-to-vehicle communications, because you really need that mediation layer to interpret the data and determine which is really relevant to the vehicle contextually that's going by at whatever speed it may be going by. So cellular has a role to play here, but I suspect satellite probably has a role to play here as well. So here's the data stuff. 5G is being adopted very quickly in the automotive industry, much faster than any previous cellular network topography. Oh, and by the way, you've probably seen the headlines about the 3G and 2G shutoff severely impacting the automotive industry. There's probably at least 3 million cars in the US that were actually subscribed to the cellular connection in the car that they're losing that connection. All the carriers are shutting down 3G. So the car makers are going, you know what, we need to put the latest technology in the car to have a connectivity that we can rely on, because those cars are going to be on the road for 10 or 15 years. You can't put in the cheapest module like you're doing in every other segment in the car. So now I'm giving you the figures on autonomous vehicle adoption, but semi-autonomous is a thing and is arriving in the marketplace. Semi-autonomous is the GM Super Cruise, where if you're paying attention, you can take your hands off the wheel. And almost every automaker is bringing cars to market with that kind of capability. But to deliver that kind of functionality, where safety is paramount, localization, location of the vehicle, that location accuracy, so GNS correction and location, and there are a few companies here I saw on the show floor, but they're popping up all over. It's critically essential to the operation of the car. So connectivity, and this is important to understand really about why we suddenly care, because most people, when they get a new car, they're saying, well, I'm just going to use my mobile phone. That's connectivity for me. That's good enough. CarPlay, Android Auto, that's just fine. It's not good enough for those advanced driver assist systems. The vehicle needs to know exactly where it is. And actually, it's a satellite cellular collaboration in order to deliver that value proposition. And companies are fighting over that space. So again, a little understood, little known application that you kind of take for granted that your car knows where it is. I have to be honest, I'm not sure my BMW knows where it is. So I had this horrible navigation system in my 2019 X1, and I called an engineer who was responsible for navigation at BMW. He operates out of Berlin. Now he's in China. And I said, what's going on? I thought I could get a really new car and I'd have a great navigation. He said, oh, that's a hard drive first navigation system. I said, what? Yeah, it's relying on the hard drive. It's not connecting to get the latest information. So yeah, you're probably having a terrible experience. So I got a 2022 BMW X3, and then one of my wise guy sons turned on the lane keeping function in the car. And has anybody used lane keeping? Am I the only one here? I'm a recovering not signaling when I change lanes kind of guy. I am signaling when I change lanes, because if I don't signal when I change lanes right now, my BMW, it really rips the steering wheel out of my hands. And in order to deliver an application like that, that car really has to know where it is very accurately. So connectivity is no longer optional. It's absolutely essential to vehicle operation, and cellular alone is not going to get you there. How am I on time? Am I okay? So anyway, the further challenge is the automotive industry has not resolved the value proposition to the consumer. So when you buy a car, again, you're just going to want to use your phone. I don't want to pay another subscription. Oh my God, post-COVID, we all have subscription anxiety. I've got to pay a subscription for my car. You must be joking. Most of the European automakers, because they have to have connectivity in the car to fulfill safety mandates, build it into the cost of the car. We really haven't embraced that approach here. Most automakers, you buy a new car, you get 3 or 6 or maybe a year of free connectivity, and then you have to pay. And oh, by the way, I challenge you to find a car that doesn't have a cellular connection, a new car in the US today. Every car has a connection in there, but it's not really at the top of our list of what we're prioritizing when we buy that car. But what I'm telling you is increasingly it's going to be essential. And this is a crisis in the automotive industry to define a value proposition and figure out how to recover that cost. Again, I take you back to SiriusXM. They solved this problem a long time ago. They subsidized the hardware and give the automaker a kickback on the subscription. Problem solved. And they've got tens of millions of subscribers. But the automakers haven't found a solution for cellular. And I don't know what they're going to do about satellite. But there is a need in the industry, basically, is what I'm saying. So again, it comes down to emergency response, over-the-air software updates. Again, this is a UN ECE WP29 mandate. Car makers have to have a plan filed for cybersecurity for the car, as well as for a bill of materials for the software in the vehicle and a plan for over-the-air software updates. It's not optional anymore. They have to deliver these things. And satellite can play a role there, obviously. Coverage and remote access, it's just a huge, huge issue for the industry. And even though autonomous looks like it's a decade away or more, remote control, you're going to hear more and more about remote control of vehicles. Now, I'm not talking about remote control at speed, although there are some companies exploring that one. It's really recovery of the vehicle, the autonomous vehicle, when it's, loses its way. And maybe you've seen some of those videos of Waymo in Phoenix, where they get into a parking area and they just can't figure out where they are. So satellite has always been in the car. It's always played a key role. And it's going to become even more important. And what I'm here to tell you is essential. So the hybrid solution that Volvo had, that original vision, was the right vision. And it's coming now, especially with all these LEO satellites on the way. So there's a forecast in here. There's further detail and vision and some debunking. Now, our friend Elon was at Mobile World Congress on stage, and I'm sure we've all seen the very silly antennas, photoshopped onto Teslas. No, that's not going to happen. The play for Tesla is an infrastructure play. It's a backhaul play and a coverage play, and maybe one that gets him better cellular rates for his cars, because his company is the only company that really has completely figured out the value proposition. The average Tesla owner is paying $10 a month, and you just pay that. It's just the way it is. In order to get, you have to get those software updates and the other functionality in that vehicle, including, there's streaming content coming in there, including video while you're charging, not while you're driving. But a very different vision. So he changed his game plan a little bit towards an infrastructure play, but he too will need satellite connectivity in the future. And then these are some of the players and some of the details, and a tip of the hat to Kymeta. And I think it's worth a tip of the hat to Omnispace, because they're introducing the idea of non-terrestrial networks. So satellite connectivity is seamlessly integrated with the 5G connectivity in the car. And so as a final note in that vein, 5G is the technology that has introduced cellular relevance for safety because of that V2V communication with the PC5 interface and cellular, which allows direct communication between my car and another car, or my car and infrastructure. It made safety relevant. So now it was no longer an OnStar reactive value proposition for a life-saving safety application. It was a proactive collision avoidance scenario. So location, collision avoidance, safety applications, all of this is driving the need for connectivity in your car. Your smartphone is not going to get the job done. And I just added this just to emphasize once again, emergency response, it's really important. You know, we're losing more lives every year, strangely, after a couple decades of declining lives being lost. And the faster the response, the more lives are saved. Satellite has a role to play. Over-the-air updates and cybersecurity, core applications play a role in driving satellite adoption in the car. Coverage and remote access, cellular will never get it done. Just not going to happen. And a role in autonomous and remote control of vehicles for satellite. So those are my thoughts, and thank you for your attention. Any questions? Well, you know where to find me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roger. I really appreciate you being here today. I was caught off guard. You were so quick. So I really want to thank everyone for being here today. We do have our photographer, Stephen David. So he's here. If you would like to have any group photos before you leave today, please feel free to do that. And also feel free to hang out and enjoy yourselves and network. And we'll see you next year. Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations.
I suddenly realized, PowerPoint.